Good morning, students. This is session 2 of 7th Standard Social Science. In previous class, we have seen that the sources of history. How are sources of history useful to us? Yes, sources are the supporting materials, documents, or records in the form of evidence that help to reconstruct the past. Second one, they are available in different forms such as inscriptions, monuments, coins, travelogues, biographies, etc. Through these sources, we get to know a lot of information about social, economic, and political conditions of a country under different rulers. Children, do you know how the history is classified based on the time period? Now let's see the classification of Indian history. Based on the time period, it is classified into three. They are ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. What are they? Ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. In ancient history, we can study about the Stone Age, Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic period of Mahajanapadas, the Mauryan Empire, post-Mauryan period. In North India, Sungha, Kanwa, and foreigners. And in South India, Sadhavahanas and Sangam Age. Gupta Empire and the post-Gupta Empire. All these are related to ancient history. And medieval history can be classified into two. They are early medieval and later medieval. Early medieval is from AD 700 to 1200. Early medieval is from AD 700 to 1200. In North India, the Muslim invasions took place, and then the Rajputs and Balas comes under early medieval. And in Central India, Rashtrakutas, and in South India, Cholas and Kagidiyas. And then later medieval is from AD 1200 to 1700. Early medieval is from AD 700 to 1200, and then later medieval is from AD 1200 to 1700. The slave dynasty, Delhi Sultanate, provincial dynasties like Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdoms. So the Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdoms are the two most powerful kingdoms in South India. And then the Mughal Empire, Maratha kingdom and Confederacy. All these comes under later medieval history. And then next is modern history. Modern history starts with the beginning of European commerce, that is, the arrival of Europeans. British expansion in India, British economic policies in India, the development of education and press, and constitutional development in India, that is, from 1773 to 1947. So all these topics comes under modern history. Now let's see the important mosques and forts constructed during the medieval times. They are Guat ul Islam Masjid, Modi Masjid, Jama Masjid, Fedepur Chikri Dargah, all in and around Delhi, and Charminar in Hyderabad are the important mosques belonging to the medieval times. The forts of historical importance are Agra Fort, Chittoor Fort, Gwalior Fort, and Delhi Red Fort, and as well as the forts of Daulatabad, it is in Aurangabad, and Firoza Kotla in Delhi. And then different types of coins introduced by the rulers of Delhi Sultanate. They are the picture and the legend on the coins convey the names of kings with their titles and portraits, events, places, dates, dynasties, and logos. And then the composition of metals in the coins gives us information on the economic condition of the empire. Mention of kings' achievements like military conquest, territorial expansion, trade links, and religious faith can also be found in the coins. Muhammad Ghori had stamped the figure of goddess Lakshmi on his gold coins and had his name inscribed on it. This coin tells us that this early Dargis invader was in all likelihood liberal in religious outlook. Copper jitals are available for the study of the period of the Delhi Sultans. Silver Danga introduced by Iltutmish. Silver Danga introduced by Iltutmish. Alauddin Khilji's gold coins. Muhammad bin Tughlaq's copper token currency are indicative of coinage as well as the economic prosperity. Students, do you know a jital contained 3.6 grains of silver? 48 jitals were equal to 1 silver danka. 48 jitals were equal to 1 silver danka. And then the important foreign travelers who visited India during the medieval period. The important foreign travelers who visited India during the medieval period. Marco Polo, a Venetian traveler, Al-Biruni, Ibn Battuta, Niccolo Conti, Abdur Razak, and Domingo Baez are the foreign travelers visited India during the medieval period. Students, do you know Dabagat is an Arabic word meaning generations or centuries. Dusuk is a Persian word meaning autobiography. Tariq is an Arabic word meaning history. Dabagat is an Arabic word meaning generations or centuries. Dusuk is a Persian word meaning autobiography. Tariq is an Arabic word meaning history. Okay, students, I hope you are clear with this. Shall we recall now? Yes. Medieval history can be classified into two. They are early medieval and later medieval. Early medieval is from AD 700 to 1200. Later medieval is from AD 1200 to 1700. The coins of Iltutmish, Alauddin Khilji's and copper coins of the later Islamic rulers are discussed. Devotional literature belonging to the era of Bhakti movement is provided. And then 48 jitals were equal to 1 silver danka. Okay, students, thank you.